My name is Bob Healy. I'm the Master of Ceremonies for this evening's presentations. I'd like to welcome you all to the third Leominster Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Some 14 very well-qualified and great athletes and two great teams that we had. This is our third group, and we're very proud of what we've accomplished at this point, and we're going to continue on. At this point, would you all please like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Actually, if you please keep standing, please remain standing. I'd like to, this past year, we've lost a couple of great athletes and another couple of Hall of Fame inductees from our first two classes. So I'd like a moment of silence for Paul Donpro, Dan Curley, Syke Tossi, Jack Boisereau, and Pete Bolio. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you our President of the Hall of Fame, Frank Stephanidis.
Welcome to all, and congratulations to us fellow inductees. In January 2014, we initially got together and formed a committee. And from that, we're now on our third induction. That committee has done a lot of work in putting all this together, and I want to honor them right now. President, obviously me. Vice President Bob Healy. Clerk Lynn Keenan. Treasurer Rich Barnaby. And new to the group this year is our new athletic director David Palazzi. And directors have worked, these are really real hard workers, I guess. Don Ciccolini, who put all your tables together, great job. The legendary Carl Baker. And even legendary Mr. Peter Michaels. Neil Johnson couldn't be here tonight because he's not a legendary member of the group. Also, we have Bob Savatelli. New guys, Jay Gilson, and Bill Smith. Thanks for a great effort, guys. We do have a nomination process, and people ask me about this tonight, and anybody can nominate anybody, okay? There's, on our website, we have a form to follow. Just fill it out, get it to us, we'll look at it. Simple as that. It usually takes about 3 or 4 months to do that, so it's about a year-and-a-half project we have to go through every time. Okay, so in November, in December, we're going to try to get a wall viewing up at the high school. The wall is right outside between the gym and the auditorium. Our third class is going to go up as soon as we get CT to do it. And then we're going to, one night, we invite everybody to a little social hour, come up, take a look at it, and see how nice it is. Hopefully we get enough funds in the future, we can put TVs up there, we're running loops in them and so forth down the line. That's one of our goals. Also, we give out a scholarship. A couple of years ago, a guy by the name of Mr. James Gately came up to Bob Savatelli. He's a member of the basketball team that came in last year, and said, I want to get a scholarship going. We call it the Legacy Scholarship Fund. We've given out 4, 1 male, 1 female student athlete each year of $5,000 apiece. Okay? And the criteria are not only student athlete, but also community involvement, extracurricular activities, work, everything you name. It's in this year's recipients were Christian Nunez, a football player, WPI, and Emma Burkhart, a softball player, WPI. And we'll continue to do that as we'll continue. Another few weeks, we'll be off and running on the 4th class right away, and next set of Hall of Fame scholarship people. At this point, though, I hope you enjoy the evening. And relax.
Thank you, Frank. On the third page of your program booklet, you can see the 2 recipients of the Legacy Scholarship this past year, and a little bit about it. Now on to the inductees. Well, first, our first inductee this evening is Mr. Don Franciosi. Don, when you think of tennis, that's what you think of, Don Franciosi. His whole life, he started off playing tennis as a freshman at Fitchburg High, fell in love with the sport, went on to be the #1 ranked player at Fitchburg High. He's a class of 1954. He started playing then, and then he also gave many tournaments, clinics, did so much to promote tennis as a sport for everyone throughout 2 communities, Fitchburg and Leominster. He put on tournaments with 120 people on 2 or 3 days at College Park. He coached for 30 years at Leominster High School boys varsity tennis. Again, when you think of the tennis and the contribution that he has made to the sport and to this area, trying to get people involved in that sport. So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Mr. Don Franciosi.
Do I have to go up there?
Yes, you do.
No, you can stay right there, Don. I'll throw it to you.
You want to prove to everybody you can still walk that distance.
I told him earlier, and I put together a 15-page dissertation. I'll read to you. He said you got 2 minutes. Well, there's so many things that I'd like to say, but they took most of my time right out of here. But Leominster, yeah, I went to Fitchburg High, but I couldn't help that. My mother happened to marry a Leominster guy because they lived in Fitchburg. You know, and I have to say this way up front, because as a freshman in Fitchburg, a lot of high schools around here were just starting. And thanks to an invention that we all have in our homes, it was a sport that you could get on a television screen, the whole sport. And you could watch it. Today, of course, there's so many cameras and everything else. But it was kind of the beginning. And, okay, and then in my life, growing up, in the Leominster part of it, started when I was really an infant. Because the first house on North Main Street, after all the stores, belonged to my grandfather. He owned a little store at the bottom of the house, and that was where we always went for all the holidays and so forth. So The other thing about that is I used to tell people, where did you grow up? So I said I grew up right behind home plate at Doyle Field. And because it was right across the tracks, and that's where we played as kids. So going ahead just quickly, at Fitzroy High, and I think I can say this without you feeling too sad, that the first match I ever won as a freshman at Fitzroy High was Leominster. And then it became, yeah, I know, that's Dominic, I know. But and over the years, there was a sport that, well, as a youngster, we played everything. We played all the sports. We didn't have a lot of the fancy things you have. We didn't have uniforms. We played on railroad tracks, we played in sandbanks, baseball, basketball, anything we could. And I always wanted to play football. Football, when you're 4'11", 88 pounds, it gave me new meaning to the term tackling dummy. So my career, you could say, is tennis. I used to play around, but formally, you might say, we had to practice, as usual, getting ready. This was like late summer of '51. And you just had to play against everybody, practice. Because the fact is, there was no JV, there were no freshman games, so forth. So, being that size, and playing, practicing football, I got knocked up pretty good. Bang, crash, big cut lip. And I walked over to the tennis court and I sat down. Coach came over, happened to be Franciosi, and he says, "You ever play tennis?" "No, here's a racket to play." And I've been doing that for over 70 years. So it's just been something that was the right time. And in Leominster, maybe some of you are aware of this, maybe you're not, but Leominster had quite a group of players of tennis. Pittsburgh had a group, Gardner had a group, Worcester had a group. This was common. And tournaments were run every weekend for a number of years. And I took part in them and did pretty good sometimes. But when I met somebody who was 6 feet that was taller than us, I didn't stand a chance. But that's the way I got going. And when I was teaching and then went to Pittsburgh State, I had already been playing a number of times in 4 years also. And some of the players there were some of the people who were in the tournaments that I would run. And I just walked in and said hello, and I say, "Hey, you played in my tournament, you want to play?" Well, fortunately, a couple of those players were ranked players in New England. When you're a coach and you have the best talent, you're going to win. So I've seen good coaches lose with that talent, and I've seen bad coaches win with good talent. But when they had that kind of talent there, Pittsburgh State used to have tennis. But that was years ago, and then it stopped. And then we picked it up again and started. And as a coach, I was the driver. I paid the bills when we had to eat, and so forth. And we had a great time. We had 2 undefeated seasons. And that hasn't happened in a long time. As a matter of fact, high school, much the same thing. There are many schools that have tennis. It goes along for a while, and then it kind of peters out. And then it comes back again. So some schools have a tennis team 1 year, 2 years, 3, and then it drops. It's all numbers. Tennis isn't like football, basketball, baseball. You have a lot of kids. If I had 10 kids, that was enough. You could only use 7, 3 singles, 2 doubles. And that's the way it went for a period of time, and then there came a point being from this area, Leominster and Fitzroy. People always say, "Where do you live?" I always say, "Northwestern County, Fitzroy, Leominster." Those are the 3 towns. They've always said it. So when I came to Pre-Street School, leaving the college, I needed a change in one of the classrooms. I went to Pre-Street School, which I get up on the top floor and I look and I see tennis courts up the road. If you think about Pre-Street. So I used to go occasionally and watch a tennis match, and this guy sits right here, and Kyle Baker, with Kyle, they said, "Don, you did tennis, why don't you coach?" Yeah, I guess. That started, how many years? 36, 37, 30 years, yeah, it's going and going and going. the meantime, putting up, gotta get off. I will.
Get the hook.
I will. But in the meantime, I said, okay, and as I said, it went that way. And the funny thing is, I read the papers from year to year of what's happening. The same teams that were always strong are the same teams today, still the same teams, because in many cities, the parents play, the kids play. Now, it isn't easy to learn that game. That's probably the hardest game that I've ever played. And it takes a long time. When you see some of these pros, I'm going to kind of end in this here. But
Take him with you.
when I was in Florida, the Hellendale Beach Club, and they have the Miami Open down there, we're always able to go to play. And that time that I started there, you've heard of John McEnroe, you've heard of Jimmy Connors, who I met in Boston. These pros come to Boston, and so forth. So we had a chance to see these plays. My connection here is this. I play with a bunch of guys, we play each other, we dig each other, we joke about each other. I watched Sampras, Agassi, Becker, and Garcia practice during the tournament. They did the same thing we did. They'd miss a shot, you know, go so-and-so and so, and they would go on and on and on. I said, we're not so different from everybody else. Different levels. Yeah. I have about 3 more hours to go. So basically, I just want to thank Bob Sabatelli over there, because a year and a half ago he said, Don, they're talking about you. My first answer was, what did I do now? So, and I didn't realize the whole scope of all this. It's beautiful. Got a lot of beautiful people in Leominster. I've enjoyed it. The new athletes coming, keep coming, keep trying. I'll stop. Thank you.